Real ones know that we getting money. Real ones know, yeah, now we getting money.
All right, so we got India.Arie. She called out the BET Awards for Young Miami receiving much praise during the BET Awards when she came out to present an award. Everybody started singing the song. They played the instrumental, or they might have. I don't even know. They played the track though, and the crowd just started singing it. She got a banger, and India.Arie and a couple of other people on social media took some issue with it. So let's take a look. It's a comedy hype. They did a video on it. Let's look at it.
Reporting live from Ivers Club, 5 Plus News, I'm Janava.
All y'all promoting that Carisha song, Spend That Shit. Y'all are the reason why our communities in.
And I do want to react to some of this stuff that was said. So I'm going to probably play it through first, and then I'm going to come back and react to it. Let me speed it up a little bit because it's 9-minute video.
Shambles. We already know that bitch is low vibrational and was trafficking drugs for Diddy. Did y'all forget that she was a part of it and then wrote a pardon letter to the fucking judge? Do y'all not understand?
Oh man, no, I got it. Let me react. Let me react to it as we go, man, because I can't sit straight through it, man. It's a 9-minute video. Go back. Let's start it over, and I'm gonna react as they go. Let's go with it.
Reporting live from Ivers Club, 5 Plus News, I'm Janava.
All y'all promoting that Carisha song, Spend That Shit. Y'all are the reason why our communities in shambles. We already know that bitch is low vibrational and was trafficking drugs for Diddy. Did y'all?
Now, see, this the thing, right? Like she hasn't been charged with trafficking drugs for Diddy. Diddy hadn't been charged for trafficking drugs. He was accused of that in a civil suit, and somebody put Young Miami's name in it. So because you got some outrage, like spewing lies is ridiculous. And it's an overall point I want to make after we get through this, because this had me kind of upset when I saw this.
Forget that she was a part of it and then wrote a pardon letter to the fucking judge. Do y'all?
And now, and they're upset because she wrote a pardon letter. Nothing wrong with her writing a pardon letter. It was her boyfriend, and the dude, they overcharged him. He shouldn't have got no time for prostitution. Like we go by the court, the rules of the court with everybody else, and people get off with crimes or even taking our lives. And now you're advocating for a black man to get overcharged and to be punished for some stuff that was past the statute of limitations. Like, so are these people really for black people? Like, are we really for black people, or are we for our agenda?
I not understand what y'all are promoting, and y'all go promote this ghetto ass, trashy ass.
Let me go back. I want to hear. Let me hear this.
In shambles. We already know that bitch is low vibrational and was trafficking drugs for Diddy. Did y'all forget that she was a part of it and then wrote a pardon letter to the fucking judge? Do y'all not understand what y'all are promoting, and y'all go promote this ghetto ass, trashy ass bitch? Is crazy work to me. It's crazy work. We got little boys that are getting shot up because they're being profiled, right, as thieves and scammers, and y'all are still outside. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? Grow the and when you have to make a GoFundMe.
And it's the thing with her, she calling her all these names. She's ghetto, she's trashy. What does she think she looks and sounds like right now? Look at her and listen to her. Women that speak like this disgust me. Like, these type of women that speak like this and then try to take some kind of moral authority over anything. Like, this type of person is the scum of the earth to me. Like, look at how she's speaking. And then she's saying people being profiled for being scammers and shoplifters has nothing to do with that song. That predated Young Miami being alive. Us being profiled for anything has nothing to do with music. Let's keep going.
For your sons, don't come to the internet.
As mentioned on Sunday, BET.
She gonna say if you need a GoFundMe for your sons, don't come to the internet. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, let's keep going.
Will air its 2026 BET Awards hosted by Drewski. The night appears to have been appreciated by many viewers, but still has also gained a large amount of critics. Now, one moment in particular is standing out and receiving some backlash when rapper Young Miami, who during the night by Drewski would be presented as having the song of the summer, Spin That, would take to the stage to help present the BET Her Award. Now, as soon as she would come to the stage, the crowd would begin to cheer and sing the lyrics to her current hit. For those who don't know, the chorus of the song says, "Where all my scamming ass niggas at? Spend that money fast."
And let me say this, because art, music is art. It's no different from a movie star playing a serial killer or murderer and getting an award for it. It's no different. People, you can't use the excuse that I watched uh RoboCop or Rambo or John Wick or Mission Impossible or 007, James Bond, and I went out and I started shooting people and I thought I was fighting crime or I thought I was doing whatever. You can't use that excuse. So the audacity to act like musical lyrics can be a scapegoat to bad behavior or any kind of debauchery that goes on is ridiculous.
Ass. 20s, 50s, 100s, cash. Boy, go in that Goyard bag. Boosting bitches where y'all at. Stuffing that shit in y'all bag. Just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go in that Goyard bag. Spin that shit, spin that shit, spin that shit. Now, for Miami, the
And-
moment looked to have
and
felt
listen.
good.
And the song is jamming. That song jamming. It is. And let's keep going.
Given that she would receive a warm reception from the audience and her peers. Now, despite how it may have appeared on TV, several viewers, including former BET Awards winner India.Arie, would criticize the praise that Miami is receiving for a song that some are calling toxic to the Black community and her having a past relationship with Diddy. A user on Threads would write, "This woman stood by and defended a man accused of rape, human trafficking, revenge porn, assault, attempted murder, and more. We
Now, she said she stood by and let me read it. This woman stood by and defended a man accused, and look at this guy. He's a part of the LGBT community, and this is the problem right here. But she was accused. Now, if you have a person that you're close to, you're in a relationship, whatever you will, and you don't know that type of person that they're being accused of being, you don't turn your back on them. Like, what type of, are we promoting people to have bad character? Is that what we're promoting? Because he was accused of this stuff. He wasn't convicted of he wasn't convicted of rape. He wasn't convicted of human trafficking. He wasn't convicted of revenge porn. He wasn't convicted of assault or attempted murder. He named everything but what he was convicted of. He was convicted of purchasing prostitutes, and he wasn't even having sex with the prostitutes. And these women were willing participants. But they're going after Young Miami. They didn't go after Cassie, this Joy lady who's going around. She making a promo run after the tape leak. Now she gonna get her own money for the first time probably ever. She's more popular than ever. Nobody's criticizing and attacking her for being a part of that type of debauchery. But and she had a history of that. Nobody's attacking her, but you're attacking Young Miami, and she doing her thing. We don't even, let's say she was with Diddy, and let's say she experienced some abuse, and she supporting him. Wouldn't that be Stockholm syndrome? Why are we attacking her? Let's say it was somebody who really helped her out. She really loved him. She lost somebody, despite the type of person you think he is. Why would we attack her in that moment? Why are we attacking her? So we pick and choose when we want to have empathy and sympathy for people if it aligns with whatever our so-called morals are, and we want to have this fake hierarchy of us of being the moral authority to people. And let's continue listening to this nonsense.
all watched him beat the shit out of a young woman he groomed since she was 17 years old.
And that's a lie. He didn't groom the girl since she was 17. He met her when she was 19. So people get online and spew these lies. And this is what we're saying. This is the problem. So you can go tell, like, if you're going to say you have an issue with Diddy or whatever the situation was, at least tell the truth. The girl was 19 when he met her. They didn't start dating, and this was court testimony until she was 21 or 22. That he didn't groom her since she was 17. So you want to be the moral authority, but you go online and lie on people. Now let's continue.
She wrote a character witness statement on his behalf. She also doubled down on her statement that if her son were gay, she would beat his ass. And what did y'all do? Give her Song of the Summer. Y'all are the reason we'll never be free.
Now let's get to that. Now, so like I said, this is an LGBT person. So what he really is mad about, because he said she doubled down on the statement that if her son were gay, she would beat his butt. And he claims y'all are the reason we'll never be free. Who is we? Because whatever your fight is with this LGBT stuff, it's not my fight. And this is the problem. We'll never be free is because we allow people to try to latch on everybody's struggles with black people, specifically black Americans. Everybody's struggle. Immigration is not black American struggle. LGBT rights or whatever it is, it's not black American struggle. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry pause that goes around and they want to claim a struggle and want to run to Selma and march Edmund Pettus Bridge and say, oh, we fighting for whoever rights. It's not black struggle. That's not a part of our struggle. That's not going to get us free. The reason why we can't get free is because we keep allowing people like this to latch on to us. Like, be LGBT and go fight your fight or whatever it is. Go do that. Keep that. Don't merge that with black people. That has nothing to do with being black. You can't choose to be black. You could choose to be LGBT. You could live your life and do what you do behind closed doors. I can't be black behind closed doors. I gotta be black every day of my life. So merging these people's struggles with ours, we never get free with these type of people. These the type of people that keep us not being free.
This comment would end up being reshared over 1,500 times.
And people are resharing it. This is the problem. When we get these type of people from around us as a people in black society, then we could start being free. We can make a way to be free. Once we start stopping people at the door. Nope. LGBT, whatever struggle you want to do, if you gonna be black, come on. If you want to be gay and you're gonna fight for gay stuff, stay over there and go fight for gay stuff. Don't bring it over here, because we got specific tangibles that we trying to get to. You go team up and be gay and fight for gay stuff. You're an immigrant, cool. Hey, whatever you got going on, I feel bad. That's your fight. That don't do nothing for my people. That doesn't help my people move forward. Go over there and fight whatever. You're not coming over here. We stopping these people at the door, then we'll get free. Not this dumb shit this dude talking. Pardon my language.
Now, in the reply section is where India.Arie will go on to share her issues with the song. As you should know, Arie's music represents what some have labeled neo-soul, which is a genre known for smoother tones with messagings meant to uplift and empower, like her 2006 song, I'm Not My Hair. For her reply, Arie would go on to say, I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very, very, very rude awakening, shaking my head, because the mass acceptance of this song is a crystal clear sign of this much bigger truth. Now, immediately following her remark, one user would go on to say, are you surprised? They still eat McDonald's. And in return, Arie would respond with, no, I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed. Now, Arie's criticism.
So let me respond to that, because I like India.Arie. She has some good music, but you come out and we haven't heard from you in years. Maybe she has an online presence, but I haven't heard from her in years. I never heard her speak out about anything ever, like any kind of political statements, nothing. So I don't know which way she support. I don't know what she supports, but to try to use one song and say like, and it's way farther. It's far more songs out here that are more raunchier and vulgar. People aren't listening to that song and taking those words and saying, oh, I'm gonna do that. People are making TikToks and dancing to it because it's grooving. That's what it is. Like, when we try to, music can inspire things. It can inspire, but we can't use music to say, oh, that's the reason for the debauchery that's going on with our community. Because whatever she's singing about, maybe if she didn't grow up in poverty or whatever her environment was growing up, if that wasn't there, she wouldn't know this stuff to talk about. So how can we fix that? Because I haven't heard you call out the government. I haven't heard you call out any of these political parties about, and I'm not, and specifically because they don't have a problem. Trump is an easy target, or any Republicans an easy target to call them out. Call out the Democratic Party. Call out those left wing politicians that's always coming to try to get black people's votes, black people's support for every issue under the sun except for the betterment of black Americans. Call them out and say, hey, what are we doing in our communities? So people won't even know of this lifestyle to make a song like this, because art imitates life. It's not the other way around. Rarely the other way around. Because prior to any of this type of music, because hip hop is always the scapegoat to blame for any kind of negativity in music. Hip hop just made it easier for you to hear and digest when people rapped it. But these raunchy songs, I remember listening to Dick Gregory years ago talk about when James Brown talked about Shake Your Money Maker, he was talking about the vagina and the booty. And you had Millie Jackson, you had all these old school artists that would be very vulgar. When you listen to the old gangbangers growing up, prior to hip hop becoming so popular, they said they would listen to the Isley Brothers and Marvin Gaye when they were on their way to do their drills and their hits. So music has nothing to do with anything a person does. A person's living situations or environment that they're growing up in is what causes any kind of crime being committed. It's not the music. It's not because they got up and listened to Scarface or Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg and they decided, hey, I want to go rob somebody. No, if they didn't have a terrible living situation, they wouldn't want to do these things. If they didn't grow up if they didn't have poverty, if they had some education, some training, some skills, they wouldn't need to go partake in any criminal activity. So trying to scapegoat hip hop in particular is ridiculous. Like, it's lazy and it's people that don't want to use the mind and don't want to address real problems. They just want to scapegoat something, because you're never going to get people to stop talking about whatever going on in the hood. You're never going to get that, because unless the hood doesn't exist, unless people not living in poverty, that's the only way that type of music will disappear. So you take the lazy way out and just blame the music because you want to blame something instead of blaming yourself, because you ain't speaking no truth to power. You ain't doing nothing that's going to help, or telling somebody something that's going to help them in terms of getting out of the situation, or even knowing what to support when it comes to a political party or specific tangibles and benefits. You don't even know what issues to vote for. You just gonna blame it on the music and tell them to go find Jesus. That's not an answer. That's not a solution to the issue. Let's continue.
His mother's song being praised wouldn't stop there. While responding to another user, she would further explain her issues. A user on Threads would say, I'm calling a boycott of Young Miami's song Spin That. I believe it's degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power music has over our perception and the values it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer.
And I'm looking at this lady. She look like she probably LGBT too, right? Now she for a boycott of the song. Now, why you didn't call for a boycott? Because I don't know. I never heard of this person. I didn't hear this much outrage about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion with WAP. Why they didn't call a boycott for that? All of the Megan only makes trashy songs, but she become the poster child for domestic abuse. So everybody's made her this darling, and I'm not ridiculing her or anything about that. And I'm empathetic to that situation that she went through. But why no one called out her for her music? Why nobody's calling out Cardi B for her music and the debauchery and talking about drugging men and robbing men and selling sex? Why nobody's calling that out? Because, and then you have Amber Rose who has a slut walk. Why nobody was taking a big stand against that? Now they say things about it because she said she supported Trump. So now, okay, we can go attack. But you didn't. It was women empowerment. It was all that. But why nobody had a big problem with that then? Then let's get real with it. Let's get real. Why nobody called out Beyonce when she was talking about surfboard and she said something about watermelon and they said the meaning behind that was some more debauchery. Nobody called out Beyonce. They ain't breath a word. And let's go even deeper. The political party that they all support and the politician that they ran for president, Kamala Harris, that they all support, who had, guess who? She had Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Beyonce. I don't even like including Beyonce because I love Beyonce. I don't want to disrespect Beyonce. But Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they were on stage shaking and twerking and calling themselves speaking to the American people in support of Kamala. Why nobody called out Kamala Harris saying, hey, why are you getting these types of artists that promote this debauchery in their music to speak to the American people to try to win president? You paid them big bags. Why nobody called that out? But now you want to call out this girl who got this song and she doing good. I don't even know if the song if it's charted too high. I know it's buzzing in the community, in the streets, in the culture, and people making TikToks dance and having fun to it. But we want to call this out. I don't like the picking and choosing. And why you picking her? Because you got a vendetta against Diddy. Is this more man hating, man bashing? And the girl brought up about the young boy getting killed in the street after he was accused of shoplifting. But that's no different from what happened with Diddy. So we picking and choosing. So we not going. So are we not defending black men? We just a black child is cool. We not defending black men. And a lot of those women, those types of women, have been quiet about the Carmelo Anthony thing. When black men go through the legal process, the judicial process, and we don't get the same treatment, or if a black man is killed and the same treatment is not given that they would give to our white counterparts, why are these women not going and speaking out about that? Because what happened with Diddy was unlawful and unjust. Just because you have an issue, you saw him beat a woman, okay. Men, sometimes stuff like that happens. We're not celebrating that, but it's still a legal process. We can't pick and choose when we want the legal process to be just and fair. Just because you don't like a person, just because they made him public enemy number one and they promote hating black men, and a lot of these women, they don't have no talent. They don't really have nothing that they could do, that they have to get this leg up with the Democrat Party trying to draw this wedge in between the black community and use this gender divide against us. And they make it they have us going against each other. So they picking and they with this black girl rocking all this nonsense. What about black people? Let's support black people in general. Let's not pick and choose, because it was unjust that what happened to Diddy. Let's not pick and choose. And if we're gonna call out Young Miami, call out Kamala Harris for, she could have went and got anybody to come out there, and she could have went and got all the conscious artists. She went and got the two most debaucherous female artists that we've seen. Why nobody? I never heard people start calling out Nicki Minaj until she started supporting Trump, and she did that for a purpose, to get citizenship, which most of these people do. That's why you supporting the Democratic Party, because you're LGBT and they trying to give you whatever, and you're an immigrant, so they giving you whatever rights you trying to get. She trying to get her little immigration thing straight, so she when he got her little card or whatever. But whatever. But nobody was calling her out when she's using Barbies as a promotion, and she's talking about having menage a trois with women when she first started out, and that's what her thing. She was the first female artist that I remember hearing talking about openly being a lesbian or doing lesbian acts. The first one I could remember, and she used Barbie and being a Barb as her theme, a children's toy. Nobody called that out. You didn't have this strong stance against it. So I don't like this picking and choosing. If we gonna play Miss Goody Two Shoes and we're gonna have like this moral hierarchy, and like we're gonna think we're gonna be the moral authority against everything, call out everybody. Call your own party out. The people that support the stuff that you like, call them out too. I don't like it.
In response, we were going to say, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much, because I finally learned that not everybody cares with a capital C, and explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. Now,
So let me stop it with that. Because okay, everything you eat or listen to is going to influence you. What let's get a percentage of that. And how many people listen to any song and go do exactly what the song is saying? I'm willing to bet it's less than 1%. Now, what you grow up eating, what you eat, it will influence you. What you eat, what you grow up living in and seeing, your surroundings, your community, uh, your living conditions growing up, or even not even just growing up, your present day living conditions will dictate your thought process more than you listen to a song. 10 times more, a million times more. Why are we not speaking out against that type of stuff? And we want to scapegoat music because we've always had music. They have music. You hear the soldiers. I think the guys that went and got Bin Laden, they said they was listening to a game song. So people listen to people gonna listen to music, and it's gonna whatever they're doing, they're gonna listen to some music. It doesn't matter what the music says. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it with music or not. So let's change the conditions and not try to scapegoat and say, oh, let's attack hip hop and let's make it the music made me do it. I hate when people do that. Let's hear now. Let's listen to her again. And
across pages like TikTok, the song would continue to be called out by other users. The devil is laughing at us as black people right now.
And here we go with this dude. And let's listen to this dude.
Will continue to be called out by other users. The devil is laughing at us as black people right now. You know how dumb we look? Because he got him a beautiful, black, influential woman, Young Miami, to make a hit song that's super catchy, that's glorifying scamming, shoplifting, and street life. And people who know better in the culture are too afraid to say something because they don't want to seem like a hater. Then when white people start jamming to her, we're not even offended no more. Watch this. We like, oh, she lit. Invite her to the barbecue. But she not worried about if her grandkids going to become scammers or shoplifters or caught up in the streets. That's something we got to worry about with our kids. Because, of course, we make it cool first.
Okay, my role model was Felicia Rashad. Okay, that's the woman I wanted to be like. I never seen my mom with her tongue out. I never seen my mom sucking dick. I never seen my mom twerking. I never seen my mom outside half naked.
And I do want to go back to D1. And this guy, I don't like this guy at all. Now, I just Googled what are people influenced more by, music or movies? So let me share my screen to this one. Okay, so the influence of music is emotion and memory. Music activates nearly all areas of the brain. It is closely tied to the hippocampus and amygdala, making it incredibly powerful for triggering nostalgia and regulating emotion. Ubiquity, because songs are much shorter, much integrates seamlessly into daily life. People use it for relaxation, identity development, and a constant background to their daily routines. Subconscious cues. Music shapes how we perceive situations and characters, which is why filmmakers rely heavily on soundtracks to manipulate audience feelings. Okay, movies, empathy, and perspective. Films combine visuals and narrative to create a powerful tool for empathy, Meaningful movies can elicit feelings of elevation, a warm, uplifting sensation that inspires us to act more altruistically. Societal and moral impact. Characters and storylines shape our views on social issues, historical events, and morality. A powerful film can drive real world behavioral changes. Now, let me stop right there because this is just a quick Google search AI overview, and it said a powerful film can drive real world behavioral changes. The music, it didn't say anything about changing your real world behavior. The only thing that it mentioned close to that is uh it could be used as a constant background to their daily routines. So your daily routine would be something that you're already doing. Whatever your daily routine is, you got some workout music, okay. You're not rob. Are you robbing people every day? Maybe it's some people that are, but changing someone's real world behavioral changes, whatever that movie, it may be a movie that sparks a white supremacist. Maybe it's a movie that sparks somebody to want to go out and thug because they got a visual to see how somebody is thugging and what people are saying. And then they go out and they become that character. You've heard people that are actors say they got into a role and they had to go get therapy and see a psychologist or and a psychiatrist to snap out of that role. I think Heath Ledger, he said he got locked into the role that he was in so much that he ended up commit suicide. So this is the power of movies, of visually seeing what someone does or seeing somebody do something. Psychological reaction. Thrilling or scary movies trigger physical adrenaline surges, directly affecting heart rate and stress levels as if the events were real. Hmm. Hmm. Psychological reaction. So let's even dig further with that. With mixing that with people going out and changing their behavior and mixing that with the psychological effects of watching any kind of movie that has violence in it or TV show that has violence, constantly violence, and you're seeing this every day, even for a child, seeing this type of stuff. What does that do? Because we know that we teach children with television because yeah, they have songs that kids can use to learn, but the more effective ones are the ones that have the television show and they have music playing with it. All the popular shows for kids, they learn from from television. A lot of the kids songs, the kids are the most popular ones. I think the one that comes to mind to me is like Baby Shark. I don't know, I don't know the words, so I'm not gonna lie, but I know I don't think it's a big educational song. I know it's catchy and the kids like to sing it, right? I don't know if it sparks them to do anything, but they have shows that sparks a kid to learn how to read, learn how to write, learn different languages. So I say all that to say, I think television is more powerful and film is more powerful than um than actually than actual music. Is more powerful than actual music. So why are we not calling out the filmmakers and the producers of these shows and for these characters that we see? Uh I remember this P Valley show that came on. I remember watching the first season of that. And of course, I'm a man. So I saw a show about strippers. And it was gonna be a little series about with strippers and it was some bad little chicks that I saw. I'm like, okay, let me check the show out. I don't think I think it may have been one heterosexual sex scene in that whole first season. One. They would have the gay sex scenes every episode. Every episode it was popping up a gay sex scene. I'm like, got all these bad chicks in here, and ain't nobody cracking them. They not getting cracked by nobody. It's always the big burly gay dude popping up. And no disrespect to the gay dudes or the gay people, whatever. No disrespect. But it was always that popping up. But that's not a problem though. That's not a problem. So we pick and choose. So that's the problem. Like picking and choosing. Like picking and choosing what to have this outrage about. When we got stuff that's way more effective in dictating people's psychological and dictating how people view things and dictating people's actions. We got stuff way more influential than music, but this is what we choose to keep blaming. And this dude, let's finish listening. I think let me see.
Invite her to the barbecue, but she not worried about if her grandkids gonna become scammers or shoplifters.
And this is the thing. Now, why is she not? This is the logic that I'm saying. Why is she not worried about if her kids gonna be scammers or robbers? Why is that? Why is she not? Because we know that white people listen to more hip hop and they go to more hip hop shows than black people. This is a fact. In the United States, more white people listen to and attend hip hop shows more than black people. So why is she not worried about her kids becoming scammers and robbers? Is it because the people that are possibly going to become scammers and robbers are these people that live in poverty? Are they live in low income housing? They don't have adequate education. They live in food desert, or the grocery stores are no good. They eat bad food. Is this the situation? Because if that's the situation, why are we not assessing these situations instead of blaming the music? Because if her kids don't become robbers and our kids and they listen to the same thing, why are our children more prone to it? If we set everything aside, we're just gonna focus on the music. Why would our kids say, I want to be a robber, unless you're saying that we're inherently evil and inherently criminals? Unless that's what you're saying, because it got to be something else, because their kids listen to the music just like our kids. So are we more inherently evil and criminal? Like, because we can get out and say this stuff, but we can prove a lot of this stuff. We can prove all of this stuff. And if you go to a concert, hip hop concert, majority of the people at the concert are going to be white. And I mean at a stadium, not like got people that's doing club shows. People at stadiums, people at that are at large venues, the majority of the crowd will be white, and they'll be singing the song word for word. So, like, let's we can say a lot of stuff and it sounds good, but you can't prove it. But we can prove that people that live in low income areas and poverty, grow up in poverty with all these things that I named, they do commit crimes. And it has nothing to do with whatever music. They could be listening to gospel music. They still gonna commit the crime if they lacking something and they need it. That's just a fact.
Or caught up in the streets. That's something we got to worry about with our kids. Because, of course, we make it cool first.
Okay,
And the thing about it with this dude, this is why I don't like him, because, you know, if you're going to act like you're intelligent and all of that, I don't hear you calling for, like, the betterment of the community. You just go attacking the music, because that's the only thing that's going to get you promoted, because you're a mediocre rapper. Music is mediocre. You're not really that good. I don't know why you just want to be a preacher, open you a church. Maybe some people will follow you. But other than that, why are you calling out rappers? Why aren't you calling out the movies and the producers that make these TV shows that promote negative stereotypes to black people? Why nobody call that out? Just like we had the show the Bob Loves Abishola. It was an African show, and they had all these negative stereotypes about black Americans. Why was it seeing people in droves calling out that show? Because when people physically see stuff and hear people say this stuff, like physically, and they saying in every episode something negative about black Americans, it becomes this stereotype that they sit with. Music is something people gonna dance to. They get inspired for certain stuff, but it's not something that's gonna make you go out and be a racist. But a television show, a visual, that's why they call it television, or TV programming, because it programs you. Music is music. So before we keep trying to demonize stuff, if we're gonna act like we're so intelligent and we're so highbrow, let's do some real research and let's talk about the real stuff. Now let's finish listening to this lady. She said some stuff that really pissed me off.
Role model was Felicia Rashad.
Let's go back.
Because, of course, we make it cool first.
Okay, my role model was Felicia Rashad. Okay, that's the woman I wanted to be like.
She wanted to be like Felicia Rashad, but look at her and listen to her. Look at her and listen to her.
Never seen my mom with her tongue out. I never seen my mom sucking dick.
And listen to this. She said she never seen her mom with a tongue, and she never seen her mom doing that, whatever, right? I never heard my mom speak like this. I never seen my mom looking like this. She would never get on camera looking like this. She doesn't talk like, look how she sounds. Listen how she looks. And she has the audacity to be judged to somebody, to be the moral authority. Look at how she speaks. What decent person would listen to her and take anything from this? A decent person. Maybe some hood rats, because maybe she can get through to the hood rats, right? But I don't think that's going to make a hood rat not be a hood rat, because she's a hood rat.
Never seen my mom twerking. I never seen my mom outside half naked. I never seen none of that shit. So when y'all get in these
and the vulgarity, I never heard my mom cursing and speaking like that.
comments trying to promote that ghetto ass behavior, get your ghetto ass off my fucking page. The fact that your mother is with her fucking tongue out lets me know everything that I need to know. And I feel sorry for you. I feel really sorry for you. I said what the thing. All y'all promoting that Carisha song, spend that shit. Y'all are the reason why our community's in fucking shambles. We already know that bitch is low vibrational and was trafficked.
She's low vibrational. And she's going to tell another lie. She's low vibrational. Because if you got to lie on somebody, you're low vibrational. Because you could just tell the truth about them. You don't have to make stuff. You can, if you want to have a reason to dislike somebody, you can find it. You don't have to make stuff up and lie. Because the girl didn't traffic anybody. And calling her low vibrational, maybe she is. I don't know. But I'm 100% sure that this lady is. Look at how she speaks. What good vibes could you get from somebody speaking like that?
And drugs for Diddy. Did y'all fucking forget that she was a part of it and then wrote a pardon letter to the fucking judge? Do y'all not understand what y'all are promoting? And y'all go promote this ghetto ass, trashy ass bitch. Is
the audacity though. I'm flabbergasted. Look at her looking like that and sounding like that and calling somebody else trashy and ghetto. That's projection.
Crazy work to me. It's crazy work. We got little boys that are getting shot up because they're being profiled, right, as thieves and scammers, and y'all are.
And the problem with this, once again, like I hate people trying to merge certain stuff. You can feel however you want to feel about stuff, right? The black community struggles. You're trying to merge these things that we're going through with the legal system with something about this music. The two don't have nothing to do with it. Because I'm definitely tapped in what's going on with my people. And I love that song. If it come on, I'm going to do my dance. So the two don't have nothing to do with each other. Like people I'm just going to listen to this song all day and not worry about what's going on in the community. If you care about the community, you're going to care about the community. It don't matter what kind of music you got playing.
Still outside. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? Grow the up. And when you have to make a GoFundMe for your sons, don't come to the internet. Y'all will get up here and promote a Carisha dance, but ain't speak about that little boy getting shot or Carmelo being locked up on love. Y'all irk the shit out of me in this community. I just want to let y'all know that. Y'all ain't shit. But then y'all want the whole community to come together after y'all flash money at prom and stacks and something happens to your kids and now you need a GoFundMe. What happened to that money at prom? Get that ghetto shit away from me. I swear to God, I don't want it around.
While many dance and jig to a song that glorifies stealing and everything underneath the sun of what it means to be a so-called hustler, Young Miami racks dollars upon dollars, has her own business, never teaching you to have your own, but encouraging you to not only listen to her songs, but continue to live beneath the very level that you were always meant to rise above. There are so many examples of young parents whose children suffered the consequences of shoplifting and hustling because the parents were discipled by people like Young Miami and the
Like this, like, so you want to put all of that on this girl for this one song? Their parents were discipled by people like Young Miami. No, the community that they grew up in, or they grew up in poverty, or whatever lifestyle they had, is what happened. Had nothing to do with Young Miami. This is what you call fake outrage, and just it's crazy.
spirit that operate behind them. Most recent and possible subject is that of Cohen Wiley, a 1-year-old baby who was now dead because his mother was a suspect of possible shoplifting. You see, people like Young Miami will
And like, this baby has nothing to do with Young Miami. This is why I can't take these people serious, man. And this is why we won't get free, because you got these people that's trying to mask them being some righteous people, and they down for their people, and then they'll throw some BS in it. They'll throw some, oh, why we like Young Miami? She was running around with Diddy and telling lies on Diddy because you want to hate on Diddy, you want to hate on a black man. And then you'll say, see, we can't support Young Miami because she was with Diddy. And what about this baby? That has nothing to do with it. Talk about the baby then.
feed this nonsense to you.
Cause boosting bitches, popping tags, stuffing their bags. And I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to let you know right now that Young Mommy Miami song, Spin That, is absolutely trash. Put it in the trash bag, and everybody else who likes, supports, or listens to it. Because I'm trying to figure out, how does a woman, a beautiful woman at that, with, I think she has 2 boys, is making this type of music and not empowering, but oppressing her people?
They're using Young Miami, and they're using music that's just like this to entice young Black youth to go out there and commit crime.
Now, in regards to some of the backlash she's currently receiving, Miami doesn't appear to want to publicly address it, and instead is focusing on her current success. Online commentator and personality Tasha K will share her praise for her fellow Florida native while highlighting Miami moving past several allegations and her time with Diddy. On it, Tasha K would write, "I just love how Young Miami walked out to present the award at BET, and everyone in the room gave her a standing ovation. No one was told to get up and clap for her. It happened organically. Sis got in her bag despite her controversy and put out her music. She allowed the public to vote. No paid bots, views, comments, no drama or beefs, no feel sorry for me, I'm a victim promo, just pure talent, pure dedication, focused and driven. She's a Florida girl for real. Congratulations, Young Miami. This is your moment." Now, Miami herself would go on to catch this message from Tasha K and will respond with, "Thank you." So let's talk about them in the comments below. Does India.Arie and other critics of Spin That have a point that music like this can be harmful to a community, or are they overreacting to people just having a good time? And for more news in comedy, culture, and sports, be
And see, so close out on this topic. Yeah, it's the fake outrage that I can't stand. Like, if we're gonna have an issue with stuff, let's call it down the middle, across the board. And trying to use this stuff to scapegoat hip hop in general and talk about the music, talk about the people that you like, because as once again, like I said, if you're not gonna call out Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, tons of women that came before them, we're not gonna call out Kamala Harris for having Megan and Cardi B, 2 of the raunchiest women that we've ever heard. Even Sexy Red, we're not gonna call these people out, even Beyonce. if we're not gonna call them out for making songs that have debauchery in it, if we're not gonna do that, we can't scapegoat this particular girl, and we can't just think we're gonna attack her because she was associated with Diddy and she did the real thing and she wasn't fake like a lot of these people want you to be. If you like run around with somebody for you to be fake and turn your back on when they go through something, if he never did nothing bad to her, she did the right thing. She stood on her 10 and he never did nothing to her. She didn't go flip on him. Whatever they had going on, obviously she was cool with it, and that's their business. But trying to use hip hop in general as a scapegoat, that's out. That's out, and we not going for it. We not going for it, and we not gonna just and the overall problem is you want to attack hip hop and attack black men. So this is what I'm not doing the gender divide. If somebody supports a black man, they get in some trouble, and these people, these so-called left-wing people, the LGBT immigrant supporting people, they think it's cool. Okay, it's a green light to attack them. If they were in prison unjustly, if things that were unjust were done to them, that's out. I'm not supporting that, and I'm gonna come on him. I'm gonna push back. I'm not supporting that at all. So I need y'all to get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think about it. Like and share this video. Hype it also. Subscribe to the channel.
From the mud, now we way up. Count it up to the day up. Real ones never change up. We just stack it, get our weight up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Real ones know